Now, here's another important question. How does a congregation or an organization develop this sense of destiny? Well, there's really only one answer to that question, and that is it comes from the senior pastor or the primary leader of the church or the organization. In fact, that's the only place that it can come from. If the pastor or the leader of an organization has this sense of destiny, he can communicate it to his people or his organization. But if he doesn't have it, the church or organization will never get it. So here's another question. If a pastor or a leader does not have this sense of destiny, how does he gain it? Well, here's how. It comes as the leader earnestly seeks to hear from God. Write the word earnestly in your notes. It comes from fasting and prayer. It comes from getting alone with God. Now, if you'll look on the screen, I want you to look at the man who is on his face before God. He is a friend of mine. This is a man who has planted 1,000 churches in the last 8 years in his home country. This man has reached 30,000 people for Christ in the last 8 years. How did he do that? How do you plant 1,000 churches in 8 years? Well, it comes from having a sense of destiny. See, this man is pregnant with a vision, and he communicates that vision to his people. But where did he get it? He got it right there, on his face before God. And that's where you too will get it. See, this sense of destiny comes from understanding that each of us has destiny and purpose. Now, I want you to look into my eyes because I want to tell you something very important. And that is, you are not just an ordinary person. The Bible says God knew you before you were ever born. The Bible says while you were still in your mother's womb, God was at work in your life, giving you gifts and abilities and putting destiny in your life. One of the crucial things in life is discovering what that destiny is. Have you discovered it? It comes from seeking God with your whole heart. Now, this sense of destiny comes also from devoting ourselves to a purpose that is larger than our own lives. Take a minute to write the word purpose in your notes. See, every individual must have this sense of purpose. And this sense of destiny comes finally to your people from your preaching and teaching about it. That's the way you communicate a sense of destiny. When you get pregnant with this vision and you communicate it through your preaching and teaching. John Wesley was a man like that. In fact, John Wesley influenced tens of thousands of people. And one of the reasons why was because of this sense of destiny. John Wesley at times referred to himself as a brand plucked from the burning, or a stick of burning wood plucked from the fire. What did he mean? He was talking about a time when he was a boy and a fire broke out in their home and he was trapped on the second floor and it looked like he would be burned alive. But God miraculously spared his life. As he says, he became a brand plucked from the burning. And the point is that God plucked him from the burning for a purpose, and he knew it. He knew God had called him to do something specific and powerful for him.